Hey guys, it's Bobby from MBgamerz, back with another episode of Final Fantasy Reborn. And sorry that there's not been a lot of episodes of Final Fantasy. I've been ill. I've been suffering with like a sore throat, so I couldn't really do a lot of commentary videos. But I'm back, and so let's start with talking to this guy, which I cannot pronounce his name. So let's talk to him. Seeing Eye to Winged Eye has information to share regarding your investigation. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medroad's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Mildred's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Oh, so let's go investigate this specific location. So let's get on our chocobo. Oh, and why did I get off my chocobo? Back on we go. Alright. So in this direction. Going to happen. Down here. Yeah, take some damage. Sorry, check it out. Yeah. Let's get off our chocobo for now. And get rid of this. Take one of those out as well. Survey the area. Hostile presence. Heavy. Okay, let's get this guy out. The no eyeball. Let's go back to him. And inform him that there was no eyeball. Well, giant eyeball. A monstrous Burnmite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fergard. Intentional or not, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with a blind panic? So let's see. Let's go with those. Not nice, but it will have to do. Now we have to talk to Mildred. Power of deduction. Mildred is troubled by depth of new developments in the murder investigation. There's been no promising leads in the murders. I scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter, and I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it is a winged eyeball that I have witnessed. It is implausible that I could have mistaken so distant a creature for a Birdmite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with a Birdmite at the very same spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must have been an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple's heart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we are making it out to be. There's no reason that there couldn't be. Gods, of course! There must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious. But then that means since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to our expert. Yes, we are just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It's a pleasure knowing you. Oh, thanks, guys. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you would want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information pertains to the security of the region. Okay. Thanks for your support, guys. So let's go and search for the Maiden Courts West. floating eye. Here's our culprit. Oh, hello. Let's go and report to Ravish Corpse. And why the controls acting weird? I do know. Ah, okay. The controller is starting to act weird for some reason. And report back in. Alright. Greetings, adventurer. Is it what I might assist you with? There we go. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Stride, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end? None can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their face mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so has to note for their next of. This button engraved with the lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil, or that of an organization perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Secret of the White Lily. Elfsnaumer wants you to hold on to the button. Would you have you hold on to the lily button? You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust the key evidence to individuals, you have proved yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Britannia and have it examined by Monique. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts could shield light on its sigil. Okay, so we have to go back to Britannia. And talk to Monique. Which we talked to her on the very beginning of the game. She registered into the Ventures Guild. So let's go and find her. Good morrow to you, Violet. By the grim expression, I expect you ain't here to score scones and herb tea. Wow, isn't this a lovely little button? Engraving is quite exquisite. Art is a level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer to the old-fashioned way. By asking around, you could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over in the Everett Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Okay. Let's go and ask her. Need help tracking down an owner of the button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. We'll go on then, show me what you have. This seems to be a manner of decorated button. Resident of those worn by families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say that with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gordanian's culture. Alas, I do not know who would claim a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gordania who does, it would be Conlon over in the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens in the foreign basis. So, to the Lancers Guild we go. Bennett believes that I can help you? Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist. Never you fear. But whether it comes to it is another matter. Now, then, what do you require of me? Fascinating work of a quality is rare seen in the hands of ordinary Gardanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well to do. You may wish to take your search to Gardanians war northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me of late. There must be a man who is perpetually seated in the bench of the war's entrance. His name is Rosidale, and I distinctly recall seeing a marked similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Okay. Let's go and talk to this guy. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray lead me to my thoughts. That sigil is the Durham family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face was marred in any way? I fear as much. I have no longer foreign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but in one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Skeletons in her closet. Rosidale has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. I once a manservant to the employee of the oldest and proudest families in Gordania. Darkest occurs. During that time, I had the honor of waiting on the Lady Emeraldine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart of befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandage were removed, and her beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At the moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady secretly herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came. These masked men, but my lady, believed that they would help her to gain that which she had lost, so began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed to be innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more ghostly. Time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady borrowed one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed a dreadful task as bade, obedient server that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I witnessed. So it was that I had left Hogheim Manor, my home, for the night of my half a century. Long did I weep for that girl who was slain, and long still the woman that Lady Man had been. Yet one cannot weep forever. I endeavoured to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her torment soul to rest, as she swore to me you would. She waits you at Hogheim Manor on the western edge of Central Shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. So, a dungeon, which we will do in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and with that, bye guys!